You guys have every single angle of how fear can destroy you, but do you have every single angle of how success can empower you? So I want to spend a little bit of time on fear. There are many ways to overcome fear. The one I want to talk about today is not how to push past fear or how to overcome it or how to conquer it, how to wrestle it down to the ground like a crocodile. No, I want to talk about how to minimize it. And how to minimize it is based on focus. And the way that I describe this is as such. If I have something that I'm afraid of, the more I think about it, the closer it gets to me. It starts to overwhelm my senses. It starts to be what I smell, it's what I taste, it's what I touch, it's what I see. When it's close to you, all of a sudden it's huge. My hand, how big is it? I can say it's the size of my hand, but when I put it over my face, it's covering this much of my perspective. My periphery is covered, it's closed because of how close it is. But if I pull my hand further away, all of a sudden it gets smaller and I can see other things going on. You see, fear is not just a big thing that's dangerous. It's also something that you're thinking about, that you're focusing on so much that it looks bigger than it really is. My hand is only as big as my hand is. But if I keep it close to you and you don't understand what depth perception is, then you actually will think that a hand is this massive thing that actually controls and covers your entire reality. You see, the goal is for you to bring something closer than the fear. So what do you focus on? You focus on what you want. But you see, what we want is so blurry. People don't take the time to think about what they want. They just want money, they want success, they want happiness, they want all these things that feel good, but in no way are as clear and defined as the things that we're afraid of. You see, the things we're afraid of, we understand them to a T. We know if this, if that, if this happened, then that can happen. You guys have every single angle of how fear can destroy you, but do you have every single angle of how success can empower you? Of how happiness can give you a sense of closeness to your wife, to your boyfriend, to your family, how it can give you a sense of confidence in who you are, or make life an adventure. If you don't have clarity on all the positives that happen with happiness or with joy or with whatever it is that your goal is, then it's not clear, which means it's distant. It's not focused, so it's far away. So there's no way that you'll be able to overcome fear because all you see is what you're afraid of. But if you can begin to detail what success looks like, and I mean detail to the nth degree, I'm saying, what does it look like when you wake up, when your alarm goes off? What does it look like 15 minutes after that? What does it look like when you see your children? What does it look like when you go to the gym? No, not just you're lifting heavy weights. How much are you lifting? Who are you lifting with? Are they friends of yours, business partners? Are they colleagues? Who are they, right? And then when you get back home, what are you eating? Is it a prepared meal? What's going on? And then you're going to that business conference meeting, right? Who's leading it? Who owns the rental space? Who owns the building? What does it look like? Is it modern? Is it contemporary? What does your spot look like? The more clarity that you have of what that looks like, the closer and closer and closer and closer it gets. And you know what's funny? You can only focus on one thing. If I'm looking at this camera right here, I'm blurred out and getting double vision of what's behind there. And if I'm looking at that, this is blurred out and receiving double vision. You can only focus on one thing. So when you focus with clarity on what you want instead of what you're afraid of, all of a sudden, fear shrinks. It's no longer taking over my entire periphery. I don't even really notice it because I'm so clear. Think of it this way. Focus is distance. The more you focus on the thing, the closer it is to your vision. The closer it is to your vision, the bigger it is and the bigger effect it has on your life. The less you focus on something, the further away, the more blurry it is, and the less effect it has on your life. So how do you overcome fear? You get close to your vision, because just by default, it minimizes fear. All right, that's enough for today. I'll chat with y'all in a bit.